Good morning. Today we are going to learn about hormonal control of female reproductive system. As we all know, estrogen and progesterone and these two hormones will be playing major role in female reproductive system. Here, female reproductive coming to how the regulation, how the estrogen and how the luteal hormone, luteal phase, ovarian phase of the female reproductive cycle we will going to discuss. Female reproductive system female reproductive cycle is controlled by monthly hormonal cycle from hypothalamus. And hypothalamus will be releasing gonadotropin releasing hormone. That gonadotropin releasing hormone will be stimulating the gonadotropic hormone present in anterior pituitary gland. This will be stimulating the ovary. In ovary, again, monthly cycle changes because of changes in ovary and uterus. First of all, hypothalamus will be releasing gonadotropin releasing hormone. That gonadotropin hormone will be stimulating the gonadotropic hormone which is secreted by anterior pituitary part. If this gonadotropic hormone will be stimulating the ovaries. This ovary will be in ovary changes will occur, monthly changes will occur in ovary and uterus. In female reproductive cycle, two cycles we can see. One is ovarian cycle, then next is uterine cycle, that is menstrual cycle. Ovarian cycle. What is ovarian cycle? Ovarian cycle in this first follicle. Changes in ovary during and after maturation of the follicle and oocytes. First follicles, what happens when follicle stimulating will be stimulates the follicles present in the ovary. Okay. These will be from that Graafian, one of the follicle will be developed into Graafian follicle. And in that Graafian follicle, ovum will be mature state. So, what happens in these first during and after maturing of the follicles and oocytes. Oocytes means nothing but that the primary germinal epithelium present inside the ovary that will be producing oocytes. From that only Graafian follicle will be coming. Coming to the uterine cycle. In uterine cycle is the preparation of the uterus to receive the fertilized ovum. If implantation does not occur, the functional layer of endometrium is shed during menstruation. This is in this again shedding phase also there. Functional layer of endometrium will be shed during menstruation. Hormonal regulation in this first gonadotropin releasing hormone secreted by the hypothalamus controls the female reproductive cycle. which stimulates the anterior part of pituitary, will be secreting follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. These two are the important hormones for ovum production and ovum releasing. First one is follicle stimulating and the second is luteinizing hormone. Through luteinizing hormone only, ovum will be, Graafian follicle layer will be ruptured and the ovum will be released. These two FSH and LH are controlled by gonadotroph hormone, and this gonadotrophin is again controlled by hypothalamic secretion gonadotrophin releasing hormone. In this, FSH and follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone will target the ovaries and drive the ovarian cycle. These changes occur every monthly changes will occur in ovary. Coming to the discus proligerus ovum, what are the layers which covering the ovum are corona radiata and discus proligerus. These are the two layers, and from this discus proligerus only estrogen will be releasing. Estrogen and progesterone from the ovaries drive the uterine cycle that will be called as monthly changes in uterus. One is monthly changes in ovary and the second one is monthly changes in uterus. For monthly changes in ovary, two hormones are responsible. Those are follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. Because of these two hormones, growth will be, proliferative phase will be there, growing phase will be there, the next luteal phase will be there. This will happen in ovary. These changes occur in ovary in monthly basis. Coming to estrogen and progesterone, sorry. These two hormones which are secreted by the ovaries drive the uterine cycle. In this, monthly changes in the uterus. This is called as uterine cycle. Changes occurring in ovary will be called as ovarian cycle. Changes occurring in uterus are called uterine cycle. For ovarian cycle, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone are responsible. For uterine cycle, estrogen and progesterone hormones are responsible. These, for two cycles, two hormones are responsible. For ovarian cycle, follicle stimulating hormone and luteal hormone. Then uterine cycle, estrogen hormone and progesterone hormone. Okay. Next, coming to the, what are the phases of ovarian cycle? In ovarian cycle, first we will see the follicular phase. Follicular phase, in this, follicle stimulating hormone will stimulate the growth of follicles. Okay. In this, one of the follicle will grow into Graafian follicle, that is mature follicle. Granulosa cells of follicle secrete estrogen and inhibin. Here, first, in the first slide itself, we have told hormones which are responsible for ovarian cycle. First of all, gonadotrophin releasing hormone will be released by the hypothalamus. Then at the hypothalamus, that gonadotrophin hormone releasing hormone will be stimulating the gonadotrophic hormone. That gonadotrophic hormones, follicle stimulating hormone is there. That follicle stimulating hormone will be stimulating the follicles present in the ovary. In these, and these follicles growth also by the release of follicle stimulating hormone. By releasing of follicle stimulating hormone, follicles will be grown, and in these follicles, one of the follicle will grown into mature follicle, that is called as Graafian follicle. So, in these granulosa cells of follicles secrete estrogen and inhibin. Increasing the levels of estrogen and inhibin, when first what happens, follicle stimulating will be initiating the growth of follicles, and these follicles will be grown in one of the follicle will be grown into mature follicle, that is called as Graafian follicle. Inside the Graafian follicle, granulosa cells will be present. These granulosa cells will be secreting estrogen and inhibin. Increased levels of estrogen and inhibin will stop the or inhibit the secretions of follicle stimulating hormone. First, what happens? Gonadotropin releasing hormone will be stimulating the follicle stimulating. These follicle stimulating hormone will be promoting the or stimulating the follicles to growth, which are present inside the ovary. Okay. Then next, these will be after follicles, in all follicles will be growing, but one will be grown as a Graafian follicle. Then from that Graafian follicle, that will be filled by fluid, antrum will be there, and these inside Graafian follicle, granulosa cells will be there. These granulosa cells of follicle secrete estrogen and inhibin. This estrogen, when estrogen and inhibin levels increased, it will stop or it will inhibit the follicle stimulating. Increased levels of estrogen stimulates the secretion of luteinizing hormone. One point we must keep in mind, that is increased levels of estrogen and inhibin inhibits the secretion of follicle stimulating, whereas increased levels of estrogen stimulates the luteinizing hormone. In this ovulation, LH stimulates luteinizing phase. This is follicular. First one is follicular phase. Second is luteal phase. Ovulation. Luteinizing hormones stimulates the rupture of the Graafian follicle and release of oocyte from the ovary into the pelvic cavity. In luteal phase, due to luteinizing hormone stimulates the Graafian follicle, which will affect the release, it will stimulate the release of oocyte from ovary into the ovum into the pelvic cavity. Fimbriae of fallopian tube picks up the ovulated oocyte. Two phases mainly we have to keep in mind. One is follicular phase. In this, follicles will grow, and then next, because of growth of follicles, estrogen granulosa Graafian follicle will be one of the follicle will grown into only one of the follicle will grown into a mature one, that is Graafian follicle. From that Graafian follicle, granulosa cells inside Graafian follicle, granulosa cells will be there. These granulosa cells will be secreting the estrogen hormones and inhibin hormone. Estrogen and inhibin hormone levels when shoots up, rises up, it will stop the secretion of FSH, which will stimulate the production of luteinizing hormone. This is about follicular. Second, what we have learned, ovulatory phase. In ovulatory phase, LH luteinizing hormone stimulates the rupture of Graafian follicle and release of oocyte from ovary into the pelvic cavity. Fimbriae, this released ovum will be, or oocyte will be received by the, picks up by the fimbriae of fallopian tubes. In this diagram, we can see phase of ovarian cycle, post-ovulatory cycle we are seeing, luteal phase. LH stimulates the development of corpus luteum from ovulated or ruptured follicle. Corpus luteum secretes mostly progesterone and some estrogen. Progesterone prepares the endometrium for possible pregnancy. In this, we can see follicular phase, after that ovulation, then next luteal phase. First, this is the primary follicles. Primary follicles, these primary follicles, one of the follicle will grow into secondary follicle. This secondary follicle will be grown into the mature Graafian follicle, and this Graafian follicle inside the layers, granulosa cells will be there. These granulosa cells will be secreting estrogen hormone. This is about follicular phase. Because of increased levels of estrogen and inhibin, follicle stimulating hormone will be stopped, but luteinizing hormone will be secreted. Because of luteinizing hormone, what happens? We can see ovulation, corpus hemorrhagicum. Here, rupture of ovary. Here we can see rupture of the and ovary oocyte will be releasing out. Here, this will be corpus luteum. Corpus luteum will be producing progesterone hormone, which will be important for, which will prepare the endometrium for possible pregnancy. In luteal phase, this is the corpus luteum. Okay, progesterone and estrogen. Corpus albicans. If the fertilization occurs, corpus luteum will be in yellow in color. If fertilization does not occur, it will be like a black spot. This is about the luteal phase. Nothing in this, because of luteinizing hormone, what happens after releasing of ovum, these cell ovary walls will be will be changed into corpus luteum. This corpus luteum will be secreting progesterone hormone. If fertilization occurs, it will prepare the endometrium for pregnancy. If does not occur, fertilization does not occur, this corpus luteum will be remain like corpus albicans, like a black spot. Then this is about the what we have learned about ovarian cycle. Next, coming to the uterine cycle. What happens from ovarian cycle? Oocyte is released, and that oocyte is picked up by the fimbriae of fallopian tubes. Here it is again two phases are there. In ovarian cycle, two phases, follicular phase and luteal phase. Here also two phases. One is proliferative phase and the second one is secretory phase. Here, rising levels of estrogen from the growing follicle stimulates the growth of functional layer of endometrium to 4 to 10 thickness. In ovulation, while ovarian cycle itself, when the Graafian follicles is formed, granulosa cells will be secreting estrogen hormone. That estrogen hormone will affect the uterine cycle also. Due to when the estrogen levels goes to peak levels, it will stimulate the functional layer of endometrium. So the endometrium layer will grow 4 to 10 thickness. This is about proliferatory phase. How this happen? Due to rise of estrogen hormone levels from the growing follicle stimulates the growth of functional layer of the endometrium. It will grow up to 4 to 10 thickness. Next, secretory phase. Corpus luteum of ovary secretes progesterone. Progesterone stimulates increased thickening of functional layer of. Here we have to see what is the function of progesterone. Earlier only we have told progesterone will be increasing the thickness of the functional layer of endometrium, that is 12 to 18 Estrogen will be in proliferative phase. Estrogen will be increasing the functional endometrium layer 4 to 10 but progesterone will be increasing 12 to 18 Increased blood supply to the endometrium, growth of endometrial glands and the secretion of uterine milk. In this phase of uterine cycle, menstruation phase. Menstruation phase, decline in progesterone levels causes functional layer of endometrium to discharge, resulting in vaginal bleeding called menstruation. Here what happens when fertilization does not occur, whatever the thickness of the functional endometrium layer will be shed off due to decline in progesterone levels. Due to decline levels of progesterone, functional layer of the endometrium will be discharged, resulting into vaginal bleeding called menstruation. Mark the beginning of the next cycle. Here in this we can see. First, menstrual phase. Menstrual phase, first day, uterine cycles. Here, this is the cyclic form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, menstruation phase. Then proliferative phase. Then after proliferative phase, ovulation. Then secretory phase. Then next again post-ovulatory phase, that is menstruation. Post-ovulatory, fertilization does not occur, functional layer of the endometrium will be shed off. That is called as, that will be result into vaginal bleeding called menstruation. Here, how this happens? Due to decrease in progesterone levels. When fertilization does not occur, immediately progesterone hormone levels also come down. So, The functional layer of endometrium will be shed off, causing vaginal bleeding, that is menstruation. It will occur this cycle will occur, starts from menstrual phase, pre-ovulatory phase, ovulation and post-ovulatory phase. In this time, at the time of ovulatory period, body temperature will raise 1 degree centigrade, just 1 degree centigrade. In animals, heat period will be there, but in human beings, it's not like that. 1 to 14 days, then between 14 to 16 days, then afterwards 20 to 24 days, next 28. This cycle will occur every 28 days. After attaining puberty in females, maturation, when this cycle starts, every cycle one oocyte will be released, one ovum will be released. Up to 450 cycles in women certain age she will experience. So the menopause, after menopause, due to non-hormonal changes, this will not be happen. Menstrual cycle will be stopped after attaining menopause because of no releasing of the ovum. In India, menopause age is 49 to 50 years. Some may experience early menopause also. And in USA, they will be experiencing menopause at age of 55 years. This cycle will be occur in next. What happens pregnancy? When pregnancy, the outer part of the blastocyst, that is chorion, secretes a hormone called HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin, that is HCG. HCG takes the place of LH and maintains the corpus luteum. After fertilization, outer part of the blastocyst, that is chorion, secretes the hormone called human chorionic gonadotropin. This will take place of luteinizing hormone and maintains the corpus luteum. So, progesterone levels will be increased. After about 3 to 4 months of pregnancy, corpus luteum degenerates. Placenta now produces its estrogen and progesterone and maintains endometrium. This is very important. Due to the outer part of the blastocyst secreting the human chorionic gonadotropin, this hormone will be excreted through urine. In pregnancy test, because of this only, they come to know pregnant or not. When that woman is pregnant, in her urine, HCG will be there. Because of HCG, that kit will be, color will be changed. So, this is about the pregnancy. And what this human chorionic gonadotrophin function? It will take the place of luteinizing hormone and maintains the corpus luteum. After 3 to 4 months of pregnancy, corpus luteum will be degenerates. Placenta now produces its estrogen and progesterone and maintains the endometrium. So, this is all about female reproductive cycle. Female reproductive cycle consists of two. What are the two? One is ovarian cycle and the second one is uterine cycle. Ovarian cycle will be followed by uterine cycle will be followed by ovarian cycle. These will be in a cycler form. So, these hormones, what are all the hormones which plays major role in ovarian cycle and uterine cycle in at the time of pregnancy? These things we have discussed. Or this is all about hormonal regulation of female reproductive cycle. Thank you.